Catherine here. I've been helping people lowering their creatinine levels for more than 10 years now. I've seen people succeeding at what many consider impossible, having stable improvements in GFR and other markers such as creatinine and insulin resistance. And there is one change that always seems to give the best results to everyone: finding the right diet, finding foods that support kidney health instead of harming it. Science is very clear on this. When we start to eat more foods that remove toxins instead of adding them, we can see something amazing. In particular, there is one food I want to talk more about, a specific part of one food actually. According to new research, eating the part that we discard most often may lead to serious improvements in the way our body gets rid of excess toxins, with huge potential benefit for the kidneys. Yes, science may have just discovered the best possible probiotic food for those with kidney issues. We will see today why using this super healthy food to get rid of uremic toxins may make a difference. So question, what are uremic toxins and why are they so important? Uremic toxins are those substances that accumulate in the body when the kidneys are unable to remove them properly. Uremic toxins are urea, creatinine, uric acid. And these substances are not just a direct measure of how the kidneys work, they are also key to improve your GFR. Why, you may ask? Because the buildup of uremic toxins in the body, a condition called uremia, can lead to a range of health problems including a faster decline of kidney function. It's clear that if you want to protect our kidneys, we must do all we can to get rid of uremic toxins. And well, there's just one organ that can help the kidneys with that: the gastrointestinal tract or GI tract. This is the only other part of the body that can help us get rid of excess uremic toxins, protecting the kidneys. It's very unfortunate, however, that so many kidney disease sufferers also have to deal with GI tract issues. You see, when kidney function declines, urea buildup damages the lining of the digestive tract. This can lead to thinning of the lining, also referred to as increased intestinal permeability. This leads to increased inflammation, cardiovascular risk, insulin resistance, and increased risk of end-stage renal disease. So now, instead of employing the GI tract to help our kidneys, we are damaging it. But what can we do to turn the tide and start improving our gut health? Well, we need to make sure we are getting enough probiotics and prebiotics every day, says science. This is our best bet at improving our gut health, which is key for kidney health, as we have seen. And we can do this in two ways, with foods and with supplements. Studies have shown that combined prebiotic and probiotic can improve gut health. And I've recommended many times in the past to take a good probiotic supplement and a prebiotic also, such as acacia fiber or psyllium husk. This can really help, in my opinion. But even if this practice is well supported by scientific literature, it's also recommended to consume many dietary sources of both probiotics and prebiotics. Because you see, gut health science is still in its infancy. We still don't know which microbe does what and why. And frankly, the ecosystem in our gut is so complex that it may take decades to solve this riddle. This is why many dietitians today are also recommending to focus on dietary sources. So question, what are the best foods to support your gut health? Research says that you can help your gut microbiome by eating fruits and vegetables that contain prebiotics, aka fiber, and by eating fermented foods that contain probiotics. Foods rich in probiotics are not the easiest to find. They must be prepared in a special way and they need to be refrigerated, not pasteurized. Some of the best options include kimchi. This fermented dish is not just a staple of the Korean cuisine, readily available all around the world. It's also a powerful help for the health of our gut and kidneys. Kimchi may be especially effective when it comes to lowering cholesterol and reducing insulin resistance, according to studies. This is because this delicacy is made from fermented cabbage and its main benefit is its unique probiotic profile. You may find kimchi in some Asian markets, If you want to try it, make sure the sodium content is not too high. And also consider sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is also fermented cabbage, just like kimchi, but it has a completely different taste from kimchi and a completely different probiotic profile also. And when it comes to probiotics, sauerkraut is a real powerhouse. It may contain up to 28 different strains and up to 1 billion of colonies forming unities per single gram. So you just need to eat a very small portion of this superfood daily to get the significant benefits probiotics offer. But remember that you want to find unpasteurized sauerkraut if you want the health benefits. And when consuming sauerkraut, also keep in mind the sodium content. Now, if you think about probiotic-rich foods, one of the first things that come to mind is yogurt, which I do not recommend, by the way. But there is a food that beats yogurt on almost every aspect. It has more strain of probiotics, less lactose, and less phosphorus. This food is kefir. Kefir is a fermented probiotic milk drink. It is made by adding kefir grains to cow's or goat's milk. Kefir, unlike yogurt, contains several major strains of friendly probiotics and yeast, making it a diverse and potent help for our gut. Kefir was studied recently. Researchers found out that it can actually reduce kidney inflammation, but be sure to choose the unpasteurized kind or you're not gonna find any probiotic in it. So double check the label of the kefir you're buying and see if the amount of probiotic is listed. If not, don't buy it. This also applies to the other foods of this video. Now, kefir also comes with its drawbacks though. Like yogurt, it can be high in protein and phosphorus, so it should be consumed in moderation. And while these foods may be very beneficial if consumed in moderation, today there may be a better alternative. Now, there's a food that I've never talked about in the context of probiotics. I'm talking about the core of organic apples. Okay, don't go away now. This is not a joke. A research article published on a prestigious paper, Frontiers, probably just found out the best possible probiotic food for those with kidney issues. According to this paper, the average apple contains about 100 million beneficial probiotics. Most are, however, inside, not on the skin. Researchers also believe that while some of the beneficial probiotics inside apples are the same ones we may get from a probiotic pill, others are not found in supplements, which is important because the more diverse the gut microbiome, the better. Besides, humans are supposed to get their probiotics from foods. So question, how should you consume apple seeds to get probiotics? As I was saying, the best part is that just also eating the core of apples when we eat them may help our gut health significantly. So consider also eating the core of the apples when you eat them. This paper also found out that there's a difference in the probiotics we can get from organic and conventionally grown apples. If you watch my video about GMO foods, you may know already that the main argument in favor of organic foods is the fact that they are grown without pesticides. And this obviously makes a difference in the amount of probiotics inside the apple. So my advice here is to get organic apples if you plan to eat the core. And also watch my video about GMO and organic foods if you want to learn more about this topic. It's up here and also down in the description. Now, there is this myth that the seeds of apples may be toxic to eat. And it's true that apple seeds contain some amygdalin, a naturally occurring chemical compound found in many plants, and amygdalin may actually be dangerous. So why eat apple cores if they contain this substance? Well, first of all, you would need to eat a huge amount of seeds to have a problem. The human body, the liver in particular, can process the small amount of amygdalin you may get from a single apple without problems. Science says that the average adult will need to eat anywhere from 150 to several thousand crushed seeds to be at risk. Now, the research about the probiotic in apple cores is incredibly interesting because it sheds some light on the difference between getting probiotics from foods or from supplements. And you see, there's another big plus in getting more probiotics from foods. which is the prebiotic content. Now, another very important question: what are the best prebiotics you can find? When it comes to gut health, getting enough prebiotics every day is just as important, if not more important, than getting probiotics. When we talk about prebiotics, we talk about dietary fiber. It's crucial that you get enough of it every day if you care about your gut and your kidneys. This is why I've recently made a full video about the best and also the most underrated sources of dietary fiber. Watch it now for more. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.